what's the one piece of knowledge, nugget of knowledge, if you will, that you want the public to leave about your dog and other dogs?
Probably the biggest thing is, especially in the police canine world, but really just anybody's personal dogs too, is don't just go up to dogs and start petting them. They're not always nice. We're fortunate that our other single purpose dogs are very friendly. But if Ronan's out working and in the public, he can be friendly, but you should always ask the handler before approaching the dog and wanting to, either pet the dog or anything like that. Always just ask whoever's handling the dog if you can do that.
So let's get a shot of him, Steve. Where's he doing now? Where's he laying down? Oh, there he is. Get on up there, big guy.
Beautiful. There he is.
He's ready to go.
Ready to go.
That's my guy.
So Officer Graff, what nugget of knowledge other than showing up with a box of dozen Dunkin' Donuts in front of Vinnie Duke would you like to leave our listeners today?
Just it's a little different than the traditional patrol K9s. We encourage people to come up, and if they see me walking, I walk them all over the neighborhoods and parks and downtown every day. So if you see us, come say hi. I think it's always a good practice, even police dog or not, to ask before you pet a dog, like the sergeant said, because you never know what their temperament is or training or what they're doing. But for us, I have a patch made that says I'm friendly, please pet me. So just a totally different kind of situation with the therapy dogs, but we encourage our community to come up, say hi, take pictures. We'll hand trading cards out. We do all the things that we do, but it's a great tool to bridge the gap between the community and the police department. So we love to say hi to all of them. So come see us.
All right, officers Parsons. No, that's Officers Young, Ross, and Chad. What type of nugget of knowledge do you want to leave our listeners with your dogs and what they should know and not know about approaching you or interacting with your animals, with your partners?
Yeah, I think the other handlers already kind of hit the nail on the head with coming up to them and approaching them while they're at work. But just for like the community and the public, they're a phenomenal asset and a great tool. We use them all the time here at the Elgin Police Department, whether it's for a no-bite apprehension, narcotics detections, at least in great cases, which makes the community safer, makes the public a lot safer, and holds people accountable. So beyond, I know they get a bad reputation for bites. Everybody thinks that every dog just biting everybody. That's not the case. They're a great de-escalation tool. I'm sure Officer Sheffer can speak on that a lot better than I can. People don't want to fight with a dog, and if it keeps the suspect safe, keeps officers safe, everybody can go home safe and without being hurt. That's what we want. That's what we work for in this profession. But yeah, they're a phenomenal asset and a great tool. And then having support from your administration and the city as well goes a long way, because it's a very tough position. Again, Chad can speak more on that too, but it's a very tough position. Everybody thinks that the dogs are superhuman or superheroes and they can do everything. But even they do have limitations as well. And then obviously we as handlers have limitations as well too, but having that support does go a very long way.
Rush, want to add anything to that, bud?
Yeah, I mean, Sergeant Parsons hit it on the head. If you ask if you can pet someone's dog, I will go walk my dog in my neighborhood on my off time, and obviously people see the car in front of the house, they see the dog, they know it's a police dog, and they're like, oh, can I pet him? And I've had people just come up to him trying to pet him, which people should just ask. But I mean, and just asking is a huge thing too. Like if you have questions about police canines, ask. Let's give you the correct information, so you're not taking what you're seeing on social media as, okay, these dogs are always aggressive. No, that's not always what it is, because we want to educate the community so we can help build that bond between us. So when they see a squad drive around says caution canine, they're not immediately afraid because they see caution canine. It's like, no, like if you have questions about police canines, ask handlers. I'm sure we're all willing to give you that information for the questions that you have.
And Chad, you want to add anything to close us out?
Well, the one thing I'd add just for people to realize is I think people have the perception that you're given this German Shepherd is a police dog from the day that it's born, and it's handed to you and it tracks and it finds drugs and you just got to go at the other end of the league. And that's not how it is. You get a dog that has a certain amount of drive, and that drive is what's going to get him to be able to learn and do all the things you want him to. But the training, the amount of time that's put into these dogs is absolutely incredible. And the more time you put on the dog like anything else, the better that dog's going to be. Here at the Elgin Police Department, we are the most trained position in the entire department. we get more hours training per month and per year than our SWAT team, than our investigators. Is part of it because we have a living, breathing tool that has a mind of its own. It's not like you go to a SWAT training, you're going to do the same thing. It's not going to think, I don't want to do this today. You know, it doesn't get sick. It doesn't have those days where it's tired. So the amount of training you put in these dogs is how that dog's going to go. So not just,
Well, thank
it's not
you.
just, here's a police dog. Go have fun.
I'll tell you what, some of the best videos out there on YouTube and TikTok and whatever the heck you watch are the last call for the dogs, right? When everybody is calling in and thanking them, you know, where the dispatcher is given the explanation that, you know, Duke did this in 10 some years, keeping everybody safe, and then everybody chiming in saying goodbye to the dog. That just tells you that, you know, the dog is part of your force and is your partner, and